World Cup weekend as we welcome the winner from the last class. That great metre 45 one-rounder. And now with Liz Watson and the Oak Sport horses, Alice Cameron, a metre 30. First on course, Mr. Philip Lever, Oaks Van Dyke. Again, one-round competition. But to Liz Watson and Alice Cameron of Oak Sport Horses, we can't thank you enough for your continued patronage and support of this Waratah World Cup weekend. Time allowed is 76 seconds. This competition for horses no older than 10 years of age. Great start, Phil Lever, very accurate. All clear, time of 70.94. As mentioned, time allowed 76 seconds. Lovely relaxed exit from the arena as we welcome Jess Brown. Newly engaged somewhat. I'm always the last to know, to young Rob McQueen. They make a great couple, these two. Jess Brown, she rides Equine in Demand, a mare by the super sire in Doctorow, out of a Voltaire mare. What's the love about Jess's rhythm on a horse? Well done, Jess. I'm not convinced that Equine in Demand didn't just shy a little off the crowd, potentially, just to have that rail. Jess Brown, Equine in Demand. Just the one rail in the double. As Brooke Dobbin. Saw Brooke ride in the metre 45. He rides Jackie S. by Cannabis Z. A 9-year-old mare. Just repeating, horses can be no older than 10 years of age in our Futurity. Will in fact be going back to 8-year-old as a maximum next year for the season 2024. Couple of rails there, Brooke Dobbin. Certainly a horse that looks great for the future. A bit more experience in these indoor arenas. Tyrone Latham having a good show, already placed this morning. From Queensland. Arian Karasan. A little bit of fire in the belly, a little red ribbon on the tail. Scurries round to the last fence. Great job. Tyrone Latham, Arian Karasan, all clear. Time of 68.8. And that takes us into pole position. Great job, Tyrone. 68.8. Phil Lever on Oaks Van Dyke had got around earlier for 70.94. So we have a change in the leaderboard. Having a good day out. Don't forget to see Edwina or our ladies in the office. VIP catering available tomorrow all day. World Cup day. Go and inquire about the VIP catering to watch the World Cup and other classes as James Patterson Robinson. E.S. Gostelow, owned by Clive and Laura Reid. A stallion by Christiane. Christiane actually really featuring heavily as a stallion at this show. Lots of good stock on the ground. Eight-year-old stallion, knows his own mind a little bit, but so does JPR. Very good, great job. 67.77. And I can report that James Patterson Robinson and E.S. Gostelow, they too now go to the top of our leaderboard. 67.77 and a new leader. Those two just working out who is the alpha male. From Victoria, having a great show on and off the saddle with students, Brooke Hickey, Castleford Ace, by Absolute Ego Z. Brooke, always been a particularly fast rider, loves the jump off. Great job. Brooke Hickey, all clear, 67.40. And by my reckoning, we have a new leader. Aaron Hadlow and Cosmos by Ditendro. Brooke Hickey jumped into the lead. All clear, 67.40. Aaron in touch to the last. Just a reminder, this is a Futurity run over 2 rounds. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 5 clears going through to our jump off. Yolambi's Kathmandu. Just the one round. 69.85 the time taken. Matthew Wally, Sidone, Nina. Mentioned yesterday, Matthew getting a good team of horses around him. Five clears at this point going into our second round of the Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horse 130 Futurity. McBain, Green Grove Stud. GH Ammerville Olga by Ammerville Dawson. Rode her 5 strides beautifully. Last fence, really finishing well. Bottom page, Paige McBain. 2 early rails, but the class, or rather the round, got better and better. As time went on, Paige very happy with GH Ammerville Olga. And it's Chloe Hughes. And Deedle make their way. Jumped well yesterday, this combination. An 8-year-old horse by Massimo Quality out of a Falk Rich, which is more of a dressage stallion mare. Amber Fuller, and she rides Kathy Ward's one-way Van der Quockerhawk. A 9-year-old gelding. It's a lovely clear. 73.24 and clear. We'll see that combination back in our jump off. For the Liz Watson and Oak Sports horses 1.30 m Futurity. As we welcome Colin Brook, Colonist Karachi, embryo twin by Cannon, owned by Grant Clark, one of the great characters of the show jumping world, and again a 9-year-old horse. Colin Brook has been doing amazing things for many years on the backs of horses. Represented Australia countless times and jumped overseas. Great job, Colleen, using all her wily wisdom. Colleen Karachi taking a little umbrage to the flower pots, but will be much better for having jumped around this indoor track. Seven clears, going forward into our second round. Now Sam Overton. Cha-Cha Blue, GHP. Starts his round, Sam, back from the US on a recent trip where he took the beautiful and brave Oaks Casanova to the World Cup final. And I believe Oaks Casanova back in the country yesterday. Well done, Sam. Lovely ride on the 9-year-old Cha-Cha Blue, GHP. Time allowed 76 seconds in the first round. Sam tops the clock at 72.47. And we saw Matt Irvine's partner, Paige McBain, a couple of horses ago. Matt in the ring now with Chalina DP. Another horse by Christiane. I made the call earlier that there's a lot of stock on the ground by this stallion Christiane. Out of a Lord Petsy mare. Eight years of age. Chalina DP, Matt Irvine. You wouldn't read about it. The last fence. Well inside the time, 65.54. Disappointing. Going so well. Clem Smith. Another great day out of the office for this canny Queenslander. I describe him as one of the gentlemen of the sport. He certainly is. Whole family of show jumping in their DNA. Oaks Kingfisher, another Oaks horse, for an Oaks sponsored competition by the mighty Canaan. 8 years of age, Clem Smith and Oaks Kingfisher. Unlucky. Clem Smith, Oaks Kingfisher. He's got a little fresh in the mouth. Lovely reassuring pat from Clem. That combination will be back to fight another day as Annika Grant rides Lumai. This horse bred by the great stallion Calgary GNZ. And again, another young horse from the stable of Andrew Inglis and Jenny Shepherd as breeders, now owned by Annika Grant. Another 9-year-old horse. Unlucky. Nice tidy rider. She'll keep at it and things will get better and better. Annika Grant and Lumai. Certainly enjoyed watching this combination strut their stuff. Madeline Cinderberry, just 22 years of age. From the ACT area now. Melinda JB by Galan out of a Voltaire mare. And has got some technique. Wow. Just 6 years of age, one of the youngest horses in the class, ridden by a young lady with immense talent. Super job. Madeline Cinderberry, one of the rounds of the competition so far. Lovely forward shot. Nine clears going forward into our second round of the Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horses 1 metre 30. Futurity as we welcome Will Matthew. Another Casiago horse. 8-year-old mare by Casiago out of a staccato mare. With partner Sarah, who is in fact a racehorse trainer. heavily involved with all things to do with horses and thoroughbreds and jumping, and Sarah is just really making the grade as a racehorse trainer. Great job indeed. All clear. KPH Madison, 68.50 the time taken. And another. So our second round in this Futurity is really hotting up. Great horses coming forward. And Will is delighted. So he's already got one horse in the second round, ES Gostelow, the stallion. And here he is again, 14 Priestley. Diamantina already won for Team Priestley and James's partner. Here we go now. With Team Priestley leader, Ego Z, by Luck Z, out of a Carthago Z mare, and bred by Linda Mayer, who has bred some really smart horses, owned of course by Cal and Karina Priestley. Couple of green rails for leader Ego Z, that'd be better for the ride for sure. As Isabella Hughes and TCG Savvy on course. A 9-year-old mare by Cooper. Jumped very well yesterday. Good job, Isabella Hughes, TCG Savvy. Just the one rail. And just watching that round, it really occurred to me that often over the last decade or so, internationals would observe that in Australia you don't ride fast enough. And that's all changing. You think about how the courses are evolving, how the riders are moving up. We've evolved so much in the last decade, it's not funny. No one adds anymore, gets up their lines, the courses are more open. Bodes well for international competition. Elizabeth Hoy, SF Capricious, another Sarah Cassiago horse. High gymnastics style mare, out of I should say. But Sarah Cassiago, gosh, she's put some, of course this is the horse that really looks and reminds me of Sarah Cassiago as a young horse. George Sannerstable started Sarah Cassiago with a German rider that George had working for him at the time. That's not like these two. Looking, yep, sunbeams on the floor just upset the horse when he came in. Good call, Elizabeth Hoy, because it really, that's not like that horse at all. SF Capricious got a little upset when he came in, and they are not machines. They're allowed to have a day when they just don't feel good. Everything's spooking them, can't concentrate. Very good horse management call by Elizabeth Hoy, because that is a special horse. Talk about special horses, special jockey, special horse. Kate Hinchin, Caloundra, PS. By Gostelow, 7-year-old mare, and has been going exceptionally well. Built really forward four. A lot of horses have to really attack on the four. Great job, Kate Hinchin, Caloundra, PS. Another combination that we look forward to seeing in our second round, all clear. 68.52. Time allowed, reminding you, is 76 seconds in the first round. Tyrone Nathan, already clear with Ariane Karasan. And now with Gostelow, another, would you believe, horse by Christine. Which I think should be Christiane on the app. A mare, 8 years old. Ballon du Rouet on the dam side. Yeah, love your work. Having negotiated the fence that has caused a lot of problems over the day. Tyrone, again, horse management on point, great job. Gets the horse's confidence back and then said, that'll do me. We'll come out again tomorrow. So looking down our clears, they number 11 at the moment, 11 going forward into our second round jump off. Some really, really smart horses. Future stars, which is exactly what the Futurity is. On this occasion, 10-year-old is the cutoff, no older than 10, but over the last couple of seasons, because of COVID, the horses haven't had the experience they required to get to this level, so officials have been lenient and extended the age, but now, after COVID, going into year 2024, we are back to 8-year-olds. So the Futurities next year will have a maximum age of 8. Three Stones and Valentine. Owned by Jay Jang from Han Ho Equine. An 8-year-old gelding. And this is this fella's area of speciality, bringing on young horses, introducing them to the big time. Very quiet seat, very quiet hands. Restone and Valentine. Unlucky on another day as Reese makes him go through the area of shadow and sun. If you notice, the horse actually jumped the shadows, and going towards 10A also got upset by the sun coming through onto the ground. Really unfortunate, but no doubt Valentine we'll see more of in the future. Some of the things one has to contend with in the indoor. Sometimes shadowy, but here we have bright sun near the commentary position, and horses just wonder what that is. They're not police horses, they're not designed just to walk through or go through anything. Aaron Hadlow, Yalambi's Candy Ripple. Again, Rory Howell producing any number of Yalambi's prefix horses. This horse owned by Tess McInerney. Gosh, this boy can ride. We've worked out that's a forward 4, and when a horse is backing up, you need to know what you're doing. Great job, Aaron. Aaron Handler. The Lamby's Candy Ripple would be much better for the ride. Phil Lever, already clear with Oaks Van Dyke. Now with Bonita, an 8-year-old mare, stunning mare, isn't she? And if you look carefully, you can see the stallion, Ballou du Rouet, all over this mare. Bred by Equine. And still owned, in fact, by Equine. Oh yes, we want to see that horse in the second round, and we get to see Bonita go again, through the sunbeam. Sit tight, Phil. So we are in for a treat. We're going to see some of the best up-and-coming horses in the country in our Futurity in our second round. Jess Brown, Oaks Cryptic, by Contendro out of a Conquistador mare, jointly owned by Rod Brown and Alice Cameron. Oh, oxygen for Jess. Super round. Unlucky. Feel like we've been robbed. Want to see that horse in the second round too. Just the Liverpool caught Cryptic's eye, and that can happen. But what a star of the future. Jess Brown and Oaks Cryptic. A lot of hopes on this horse too. Diamond Bead Beyonce. Out of Vivienne. Amanda's World Cup horse that we saw earlier. But Vivienne sacked this horse as a foal. Wouldn't go near it. Had to be hand-fed, hand-given milk, that is, by Helen and the team at Diamond B. Vivienne, a very good show jumper, but mothering wasn't her bag. This horse hand-reared as a foal. done, Amanda. Great to see Amanda. She had a game there and jumped over 9, and wow, what a shot she had on the 5. Gritted her teeth and said, get in there and jump that. And then responded. So we see Beyonce in our second round. Kakadu BHV by Canan, another by the Super Sire out of Belhaven, Geraldo. Twelve clears going into our second round at the moment. What about the technique on this horse? Something special. Yes, Sarah McMillan, that's the way to go. Kakadu BHV, I'm glad we get to see that horse go again. And another horse coming to fence 9 in the sunbeams here. Oh, this is the character, isn't it? Wonderful to see, but that's how Sarah felt when she came to fence 9. The horse really took umbrage to these sunshine spots. Great jump off we're going to have, superb. Billy Raymond. And Billy rides the stallion. Blue Baloo, yes, by Action Blue. Out of a Baloo Bay Durue mare. This is a newly imported horse for Billy, bred by Paul Shokamola. Just 7 years of age. Please, Billy, jump this. We want to see this horse in the second round. Go, your good things. Well done. Billy Raymond, a horse for the future. A new combination. Blue Baloo. How many times are we going to hear that come up, potentially, in an international competition? Just 7 years of age. What a beautiful specimen of a horse. Luke Brown, he sponsored the last class. Thank you again, Luke. To Lara, the Queen, Dakar, VDL. Mikhail van der Vleuten rides a lot of VDL horses in Holland. Out of a Equine mare. Luke Brown, to Lara, the Queen. Good job, Luke. Talara the Queen, total of 6. Time allowed is 76 seconds. 77.12 time taken for Luke and Talara the Queen as we welcome back to the arena Shane Davidson. And he rides this lovely stallion, Spectra D, by Staccato, out of a Le Primeur mare, bred and owned by Davidson Equestrian. Not the biggest horse, but listen to his footfalls. He comes off the ground. Proper trier. Oh. Late falling rail. Shane looks round in disbelief. I don't blame him. Might have been the tail that knocked it off. That's disappointing. Looking forward to seeing that horse in the second round. Not to be unfortunate today, just that one late falling last rail. And they do that sometimes to you. They take 2 or 3 seconds to fall. Annoying. Maddie Blair. Melissa rides Colonies Karuba. Now, interestingly, we saw the Colonies horse that Grant Clark owns, that Colleen Brook rides, and as a twin embryo to this horse. Same embryo, 2 horses, identical. Melissa Blair, Colonies Karuba by Canaan. Now the horse has to be ridden powerfully in that forward form. This has been a great round. Come on, Mel. Bring it home. Done. Well done, well done. Melissa Blair with the twin embryo horse, Colonies Karuba. Canaan having a real show. Super stallion. Lots of progeny on the ground. Tess McInerney rides Quintation by Quintago. 10-year-old. jointly owned with Stephanie Fisher. Well done, Tess. That's a cracking round. Popular. Tess McInerney, Quintation. Stephanie Fisher and Tess will be delighted, judging by the smile. I think that's exactly what we're seeing. As we wind down towards the end. Amelia Douglas, the 7-year-old Quidessa VG, a mare, newly imported. Well done, Amelia, 23-year-old Amelia Douglas. Slightly over time, but it's a new relationship. That mare, just 7 years of age. We're seeing a lot more of that partnership. Quidessa VG and Amelia Douglas. As Josh Collins comes in with Georgia Basset's Bentham's Baloo. Another stallion, 8 years of age, behind Baloo du Rouet, superstar stallion, and the right bloke in the saddle to get through to this second round, we hope. Horses going into our jump off. Well done, Josh. Early rail, and then really kept it together. Just a one rail, 4 faults. Time was good, 71.46. There's Robert Stewart and Oaks Evergreen TS by Emerald van Roteschoff. Out of a Tino Mare, bred by Oak Sport Horses, our sponsor with Liz Watson for this 1 metre 30 Futurity. Robert has been going for many decades now as a top flight eventer, a World Cup show jumper, and he thinks a lot of this horse. Robert Stewart, Oaks Evergreen. That was so unlucky. Just the one rail. Maybe ran a little right off the crowd. Horses have got to get used to that, running down a double. Another horse that we would like to have seen in our second round, just the one rail. James Patterson Robinson, dual Olympian. He rides Alyssa Ho's Cha Ching BE by Caracas. 10 years of age. James already clear on the stallion ES Gostelow. Can he get the second through to our jump off? James Patterson Robinson, Cha Ching BE. How many jockeys could have got that horse down that 4-stride line like that? James working overtime, doing a great job. Brooke Dobbin back in the ring. Devos GP. Demasi Van T&L is the stallion, an 8-year-old horse owned by the Dobbin family. Devos GP and Brooke Dobbin. Sunspots have moved to the landing of fence 4. Davos didn't quite appreciate it. One fence from home. Great job, Brooke, well done. 69 or 17. We'll be seeing that pair back into our jump off. Yeah, so you'll note the Sunspots have made those Waratah fill jumps even a little harder. And as Brooke landed, little horse had a little kick out. Said, what are those, Dad? You don't see many of those on the grass. Brooke Hickey, horse has been going really well for her. Kentor Coconut by Concord Ego Z. 7-year-old mare. I suspect you'll see Brooke really get quite aggressive is not the word, but positive might be better here. On point and did a great job. Come on, Brooke, bring this home. Horse is being ridden to perfection. Great job, well done. Brooke Hickey and Kentor Coconut. She had to work hard, and the plan was executed to the stride. And we see more of that combination going forward. That gives us 19 into our jump off. And I think Brooke might have been the last horse. What an exciting jump off we've got for the Liz Watson and Oak Sport horses, metre 30. A proper Futurity class. 19 horses going forward. We'll get the jump off course, we'll get the grading done, and we'll come back live very shortly. The shortened course, 5A on the far side by the Camden Equine Centre, then on to the Keedham fence, 6, left rein to the Liverpool, the orange fence, right rein 10A, 10B, then the related distance 3 to 4, and we finish on the new fence at the side of where Phil's jumping now, and we're away, fence 13 being the last. Now right rein back to his double. Going super well. Exits right. Gets the inside shot. The 4 strides and nips inside fence 9 like a polo pony. Amazing. Oh, what a round, what a start. All clear. Surely there's more than me watching that start of riding. Please put our hands together. Phil Lever. That was dynamite. Oaks Van Dyke sets the standard. All clear. And 40.91. Tyrone Latham. Arian Karasan can really move up on this 8-year-old gelding. Now he'll move round to his Liverpool, gets an inside shot. Look at this. And again, puts the foot down, scurries round. Clever, adds a stride on the little horse. Come on, folks, if he jumps this, let's get with him. What a round. Tyrone Latham stops the clock. 40.91. And I'm double checking because that's the exact same time as Phil Lever. Yeah, he absolutely is. 49.1, Phil Lever, Oaks Van Dyke, and Tyrone Latham, Arian Karasan, both clear, both on the time of 40.91. You don't see that very often. James Patterson Robinson used all his Olympic skills and experience on E.S. Gostelow, the stallion. By Christiane, owned by Clive and Laura Reed. What are James Patterson Robinson's tactics? 2 people gone, 2 people clear, and the same time, 40.91. He means business. Plucking his horse on. Unlucky. Another ad to get the inside line. Intelligent riding. Come on, folks, this is really smart riding. James Patterson Robinson, this is what you come to this show for, to jump your horse as well and to see horses ridden at this standard. E.S. Gostelow, just the one rail, 41.23. So the 2 boys, I mean, James was not hanging around and they would have been slightly quicker than James. Wow, it's hotting up. Brooke Hickey. Castleford Ace by Absolute Ego Z. Gets the 8 on a distance you saw from Penrith. Amazing. Go on, says Brooke, and we all say go on. Goes to 4 and goes round, keeps the gallop. Tactics at play. Great job, Brooke Hickey. Stops the clock. 44.84. Wow. Just puts Tyrone and Phil's round in perspective. Brooke was not hanging around. Yes, she went a little wider to the last. Aaron Hadlow, Cosmos. By Ditendro. And this boy is in a run of form. Weights in the 8, beautifully balanced. Right as well, jumps right of center. Keeps his rhythm. Wow, what a ride. Aaron Hadlow, 41.72, and again, what a ride of such precision, and the boys are still out in front. He was not hanging around, 41.72. Phil Lever, Tyrone Latham, joint leading on 40.91. That's Chloe Hughes and Deedle. She knows what she has to do. This horse has Falkirk in the background. No time for dressage. We've got to move and gallop. Great start. Oh, what a ride. Unlucky Chloe. It's what happens when the gauntlet's been thrown down. You do take risks. 40.91. What will Amber Fuller do? It's 9-year-old gelding owned by Kathy Ward. Onway van de Kwakkelhoek. Runs in a standing martingale, a little fussy, the head carriage. Does that mean that Amber won't be able to travel as fast? Let's see. Oh no, she's got her face on. Amber means business, there's no hanging around. Great round, Amber Fuller. Stops the clock, 44.29. But you could see her momentarily just ease back a little. She knew she had the rail. No point in running him off his feet. Lovely quality horse that he is. Sam Overton. Well, he has been experiencing international competition in the United States. Cha-Cha Blue, GHP, a gelding by Chaco Blue, out of a Contendro, one mare, bred by Olivia Hamoud. Can Sam put all that international experience into play? Gosh. This horse is bred to jump, and golly, he can scope. What a round. Sam Overton breaks the beam, 43.28. Still out in front. Joint leaders, Phil Lever, Oaks Van Dyke, 40.91. Same time, Tyrone Latham, Arian Karasan. So I think we've learned that if we're going to give the boys a run, we're going to have to come inside the old fence 9, the pink fence in front of commentary. We must be committed to come there back to fence 13, the last fence. Madeline Cinderberry, just a young horse by Gallant. 6 years of age, but with a superstar pilot on board. What does she do? That's fine. Keeps the gallop. Unlucky. I think it was on her mind that she heard the rail. Great job, Maddie. Just a young horse. Much better for the experience. Will Matthew, KPH Madison by Casiago, out of a staccato mare, owned by Will, bred by Robert and Vicky King. So Will playing cautious. Unlucky. One rail, one time, 48.82. 48 seconds is time allowed in the jump off. As mentioned, added down the first lane. That was his plan. He was always going to be cautious. Let's move on. The lady in a ton of form, Kate Henshin. Caloundra, PS. A 7-year-old mare by Gostelow. 40.91 target time. Again, Kate opts for caution, a little conservative, and why not? Just a young horse. Great job. 49.35. Again, picks up 2 time, but clearly that was the process that Kate had deemed was best for her horse today, and the riders know best. Philip Lever, Bonita. This mare, 8-year-old, has got some blood. Balou du Rouet, the super sire, owned by Barton Equine. Second round on Sunday morning. Went the 9, and then gets a beautiful turn to his Liverpool. Jumps left to right. Tactics at play, precision. Oh, what a ride, folks. What a ride. Phil Lever, all clear in 38.83, and we have a new leader by some 2 seconds. That was masterful, to say the least. Great ride. Look at the smile on Phil's face. That was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. The 8-year-old Diamond B Beyonce. The foal that was hand-reared. Out of Vivienne, the World Cup ride of Amanda. Amanda Madigan, Diamond B Beyonce. Amanda, wow, really committed. Oh, look at this, inside line. Keeps the rhythm, keeps the momentum, angles the last. What a great clear, seriously clear. Amanda Madigan, Diamond B Beyonce, all clear in a time of 42.80. Won't trouble the leader, but it's another great round in that mare's career. Connections will be ecstatic. Now I raved about this horse's technique in round 1. Sarah McMillan, Kakadu BHV. Masterful turn. The shortest approach to the last fence. That was genius. 42.83. Not fast enough, but it was a super ride. Sarah McMillan, a horse for the future. And love to have a play. Now then, Billy Raymond. And this exciting machine, bred by the international rider and then international breeder in the form of Paul Schockemöller, who really knows a horse. When he sees one, he's produced this one, Blue Baloo Stallion by Action Blue, and again, Balobé de Rouet in the bloodline, 7 years of age. What a canter this guy gets out of his horses. Just look at this. How confident. Oh, 11 out of 10 for Everett. Just got adrift, didn't quite come up for him. Everything else was international. Phil Lever on Bonita, out in front, 38.83. Well done, Billy, and well done, the stallion, Blue Baloo. Well, we'll never know, but the way that horse was travelling, Billy Raymond had Phil Lever's Bonita firmly in his view. Colonies, Karuba, Melissa Blair, by Canaan. You remember the story of this horse, the twin embryo to Colleen Brooks, Connolly's horse, also Melissa Blair, Connolly's Karuba. And Lucky Melissa stops the clock. 46.05 with the one rail. That horse really suits Melissa Blair. I predict good things for those two in the future. Tess McInerney. Horse co-owned with Stephanie Fisher. Quintation by Quintago. 38.83. Phil Lever and Bonita lead the class at this point. Tess really keeping her momentum. Come on, folks, bring her home to the last. Great inside drop. What about that for riding? Clear round. Quintation, 38.59. And what about another round of applause? We've got a new leader. Well, this class really living up to expectations. Stephanie Fisher and Tess McInerney will be wrapped with Quintation, now leading the class by a fraction of a second over Phil Lever, 38.59, as Brooke Dobbin and Devos GP enters the ring with it all to do. That's a great start. Amy Brooks having a real go here. Great ride. Brooke Dobbin stops the clock, 39.78. Drops, I believe, into third spot. Hey, how about Tess McInerney's ride and Brooke Dobbins? He's travelled all the way from Victoria. Can we at least appreciate what a great round that was? Well done, Brooke. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are busting themselves to entertain you here this afternoon, and it's turning out to be a magnificent class. My head. And so Brooke Hickey and Ken Tar Coconut not going ahead. So I believe it was an outstanding ride for this young rider, Tess McInerney with Quintation, who is all clear in a time of 38.59. Great first round of our 1m30 Futurity, kindly sponsored by Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horses. At the moment, that's an unofficial result. But in 2 or 3 seconds, we'll be back with the officials from the judges. And folks, just a reminder that the last class in this arena today is our Trans-Tasman Young Rider. So if you do have to do some chores back at the horse lines, can we get them done now? Because we'd love to see a crowd back to cheer on Australia as Australia takes on the guys from the long white cloud of New Zealand. Round one was last night. It was close. It was exciting. Just 3 points separate the two teams. And we'd love to have a parochial crowd for what is a test match effectively between the two jumping nations of Australia and New Zealand. So please, we'd love to see some real crowd action for our next and final class of the day, which is the Trans-Tasman Young Rider Challenge. And that will take place very shortly. But in the meantime, we will go down and have an official presentation for the Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horses 1m30 Futurity. That mounted presentation will take place in the next couple of minutes. We'll build the track for the Trans-Tasman and then we'll get underway. Australia versus New Zealand coming up. Right, we are. Let's move on with Liz Watson and the Oak Sport Horses 1m30 Futurity, round one. Liz, I see you sitting in the stands. Once again, thank you for your sponsorship. You were kind enough to do so last week. And again, we have a situation where Liz has really contributed to the sport of show jumping. It was a great final, 19 horses going forward. The winner, and I'm really glad to say, the 25-year-old Tess McInerney on the 9-year-old Quintation, the winner of the Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horses metre 30 first round. Congratulations, Tess McInerney. I'm sure she's got more, but we'll do that again. Congratulations, Tess McInerney. Great job. This is a Futurity, it's a prestige class. Phil Lever, a great ride on Bonita in second spot. Brooke Dobbin, he had a real crack, didn't he, on Devos into third. Phil Lever and Tyrone Latham had that unbelievable situation of posting an equal time of 40.91 apiece, so they became equal fourth. And Aaron Hadlow and Cosmos, again, fought all the way for their clear round in 41.72 to run six. Amanda Madigan, gosh, Amanda, the owners will be delighted, as I'm sure Helen will be. Diamond B Beyonce really jumped the house down finished 7th in a time 42.80. And rounding out another promising partnership, Sarah McMillan and Kakadu BHV, one of my picks of the class, clear round 42.83. There's our top 8, but before we go on to our Trans-Tasman Challenge, and I must say, congratulations to the competitors. You are sitting on some beautifully bred horses, but your horse management and presentation is beautiful. So again, I was just saying to Tess then, she's used to this. She had a stunning junior and young rider career, and now here she is in the seniors. Tess, to me, the Futurity is an excellent class. It's showing that next level of athlete coming through and where the next Grand Prix horse. Does it mean the same to you, the Futurity? Is it something you find quite special?
Yeah, and such a special horse to me. We've had him since he was 4, and I love him so much, and yeah, I just can't thank him enough for always putting in 100% for me.
Oh, I love these stories. So you've had him, so where did he come from originally?
Tom McDermott bred him, and he's out of his Laguna Beach mare by Quintago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I love these stories. The backstories are very interesting. So great to hear that you two also love the Futurities. We're back for the second round on Sunday. Is there anybody you'd like to thank sponsorship-wise?
Yeah, I'd love to thank Oak Sport Horses and Liz Watson for sponsoring the class, and obviously Edwina for putting on the show, and my team at home, Greg for warming me up, and Mum for everything she does for me, and of course Stephanie Fisher, who's always my biggest supporter, so thank you.
Wonderful, you speak beautifully, well done. Richly deserved. So Tess, you've got one more little job for me, please, and that is to let us give you a marvellous round of applause as you take the plaudits for your win with Quintation. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, please put our hands together in the Liz Watson and Oak Sport Horses 1.30 m. She's 25-year-old, she's on the 9-year-old Quintation, and she has won the first round of our Futurity event at the Waratah World Cup. In second, Philip Lever on Bonita. Brooke Dobbin into third on Devos GP. Phil Lever, Oaks Van Dyke in fourth. Equal fourth, that is, with Tyrone Lathan on Ariane Carason. Aaron Hadlow in sixth. Cosmos and Amanda Madigan. Diamond B Beyonce 7. And Sarah McMillan and the fabulous Kakadu BHV into 8th.